A few words about myself, where I come from, and what do I do today. So, as said, I'm the organizer of the Finnish Game Day. So we are doing this second time in a row. I'm a business advisor to the international game companies that are interested and able and willing to come and set up operations in Finland. So I consult international companies on how to set up, how to operate, and how to grow in Finland. I'm also a member of the Kato business community. It's a business community, Finnish business community, with about 600 members today, who are mainly business entrepreneurs, IT entrepreneurs, and business and leadership community. I actually, since Finland has a free education, so I had a chance to actually get 2 educations. So I have both technical degree in mathematics and IT, and also a bachelor from the Helsinki Business School. I started my career in Nokia, so I spent with Nokia sharply 7 years. First, I was a project manager for the complex software development projects in mobile, and later on, just before I left, I was managing the service portfolio for Nokia in the customer care and retail. For 4 years after that, starting from 2012, I was mainly an entrepreneur in the digital space and IT in Finland. Actually, Nokia was the first investor, in a way, in a small startup. But as my friend recently said, that I'm just maybe too overeducated, having 2 degrees to be an entrepreneur. So that's why I consult the companies and help the real entrepreneurs to get to get started. So I'm just going to repeat a few words. Of course, you heard previously from Kopo what makes Finland a unique place to develop the games, and the industry has been growing really fast, and it's turning the major transformation, but it's still growing. So, in my opinion, and I think my colleagues will support me on that. So. Robust game cluster with a strong, vibrant gaming community. Actually, today we have the colleagues from local game development hubs and IGDA, and I'm really encouraging you guys to meet and have a discussion with them, because definitely I think Finland is a small place, and the gaming community is actually very, very big. So. Gaming expertise and know-how in Finland is top of the class and top of the world, especially in mobile, what Kopa said, and due to the fact that Nokia was there for many years, that made people also to, first of all, know how to program for the mobile, but also you have to understand that the people who live there, they are very technology savvy. Exactly, I think also due to the fact that Nokia was there. Strong governmental support, and I think that you will hear this more today. The support is actually aimed at leveraging the growth to the next level for the game companies. And what comes to the expertise and the new talents that joined the talent pool in gaming, there's about 20 universities and polytechnics offering the game educational programs. Finland has a very stable economy, and for you guys, Finland is very, very close. So to be sharp, it's 3 hours, 27 minutes by train from the city center to the city center. So, and recently, Finland became the creative hub for world-leading game companies seeking the long-term success and growth. And some of the names, of course, and many names you know, it's Zynga, it's Wargaming, there's quite many new companies that are joining, so we're also welcoming you to join. So what do I offer, and what do we as a company, as FinPro, offer, and who are our clients? We are governmental agency, and actually we have a small office here in St. Pete. We have some colleagues working here, so you are very welcome to join and talk to them. And who are our clients? So startups, game studios, and investor. If you are in one of these boxes, so come talk to me, come talk to my colleagues. What do we offer? We offer connections, we offer business value, and the information. And this one, even though this is a little bit more discussing what we could offer to the companies willing to set up and grow their business in Finland. For the startups, for the game studios, or the investor. First of all, let's set information. So we actually do keep the industry reports. We know quite a lot of people. We know the companies, especially in the gaming. We work with the IGDA, we work with Neo Games. We know everybody, so we can provide you with the contacts. We can provide you the industry reports, the business information, what's happening and how to administer the company. And also for the companies, we do like tailor-made info packages. Depending on the customer needs, we can compile the information required. We offer contacts, business and leadership communities, info sessions, participating in the networking events, and what we do is actually facilitating this kind of networking events as of today. Visiting program and road shows. So whether you are a startup game studio or an investor interested in learning what are the opportunities, what are the business opportunities there are in Finland, we can make a tailor-made program for you to come to Finland. Usually it's from 1 to 3 days where we arrange for you the meetings that you need and the contacts that you need. Once you decide that this seems to interest you and you are willing to lend in Finland and get your company up and running there. So we have the soft lending programs. For the startups, we have the acceleration programs. We have our own. We also know of the other programs like the Startup Zona and many others that are running there, so we can connect you there. For the bigger companies, Greenfield Start program, it's a tailor-made program for any company to set up the operations and grow it in Finland. As well as for the investors, we are supporting the acquisition, investment, and acquisition and mergers as well. Business advisory and support, that's exactly what I offer. So legal support, taxation, administration workshops, and support you with the M&A according to the legislation that there is in Finland. So once you think that this sounds interesting, and I will share a few experiences how we typically work. So first of all, if you are interested or willing to set something up or maybe join the forces with the Finnish game developers in Finland, usually how we work is that first of all we do the info session Skype call with you face to face if we're here today. Then we usually provide you the material, what we have, the information, taxation, administration, all the general information in principle. Then we agree on the visit. As said, it's usually 1 to 3 days visit for you to Finland, where we arrange the meetings for you, sometimes also the workshops. If after that you decide that, okay, yes, Finland is a good place for me to develop games or set up my company, then we sign the memorandum of understanding, which is very kind of outlining what we could offer for you, what is it that you are going to be doing. Based on the MOU, we have the project brief, which is very, very detailed, since we are the governmental agency, so we are working pro bono, meaning free of charge for you, but we cannot work for you like full time. So we work on the project brief, then based on the project brief, we create like a proper project plan. Usually with one company or one investor interested in setting something up in Finland, we work from 3 to 6 months on the project basis, based on all these steps. Once we land to the project, this is a typical structure. I show you one example of the company from Russia actually that wanted to actually go mobile, and they really believe that Finland is a good place for them to develop the mobile games, and previously they were developing the games for PC. So this is a typical project. So together with them, it took us 4 months actually to get everything ready for them. And how we work. So based on the plan, based on your visits, we get to understand each other. We understand the value, the business that you are doing. You understand what is it that we can help you do. But the offering and with the companies that we work, it's kind of limited in time. So this is a 4 months typical project that we will do together with you, where the red ones on top, this is what we as a team do, meaning that myself and my partners. And then it's your team. Then we outline what are the tasks that you guys are going to be doing during this project. We set up the steering team because it's very important that we work with the decision makers and the shareholders and the owners of the business, maybe the board members. So we set up the steering team. And this steering team, the requirement from us is that these meetings of the steering team happens in Helsinki every month. It doesn't have to be Helsinki. There are other game hubs, but typically I'm based in Helsinki, so we get together for 1 or 2 days. This is a typical project, and in 4 months you have a company, you're up and running, and we shake hands and we are friends forever, and we join you for beer, or you join us for beer when you hit the first 1 million downloads. Usually this is the typical way of working. And then I'm just going to say a few words about the companies that we work with. We only advise companies of setting up the limited liability company, so LLC or Y in Finnish. And I've just a few things for you to maybe remember from this presentation is that it's first of all, Finland is very transparent. Actually, today you can run the company totally electronically. You don't need to submit any papers. And it's actually, the registration fee for a company is 380 euros. But if you do it online, it's 60 euros less expensive. So it's actually very much encouraged. And Finland is a very pro-green country, so we don't like there when there's too much paper. So everything is done electronically so that it's even easier managed. But in principle, when you set up a company, you have to take care of the memorandum of the association of your company. So who are the shareholders, who are the board members, amount of shares and values. Article of association, business name, domicile, line of business you are planning to do. And it's actually very, very simple. In Finland, apart from Russia, you don't need to actually exactly specify some kind of codes what the company is going to be doing. You can actually write it with your hands and make it happen because you know the best. Then you have a shareholders agreement. You specify, it's a very internal document. It can actually be in Russian if you have the Russian shareholders, and it specifies who are the shareholders and what's their relationship and how you administer the company. And this upper side of the slide, this is exactly what we do. This is exactly what we can provide you, the business value. We can work with you together through this process and kind of make sure that all this is in place and done correctly. So registration fee, 380 euros, share capital, minimal share capital, 2,500. Corporate tax in Finland is one of the lowest in Europe, 20%. VAT